Hey guys, so happy Friday. So it's time for Hashtag Friday Reads. If you don't know what Hashtag Friday Reads is, it was a hashtag that started over on Twitter, and Bunny Kate's really liked it, so she brought it to the YouTube community. You all know the story, you know how it goes, we all do it, so let's just get started, and her link and everything will be below. The first book I'm going to be reading this weekend the author was actually mentioned to me by a subscriber. It's Robert E. Howard, The Haunter of the Ring and Other Tales, and this is what it looks like. I need to take the sticker off the front. But it's just a collection of short, scary stories. I believe it was Herbie Winters that suggested, or he didn't suggest it, but he mentioned this author, and I had never heard of him, so I Googled him and found him really interesting. So yeah, I just picked this book up. It was like fate because I walked into a bookstore. It was on the end cap. And like I said, I don't plan on reading it cover to cover. I'm just reading a couple short stories whenever I feel like it. So yeah, I might read a couple of stories. I'm on page 33, but I've actually skipped through and read a couple of other stories, just kind of mixed in there. This reminds me of like old time radio. If you ever listen to that podcast, it's a podcast of old radio shows that used to be on the radio before there was television. And a lot of the stories and stuff that were on that remind me of the stories that were in this book. Nothing truly terribly creepy, scary so far. There are a couple of creepy stories, but nothing scary. I've heard he's compared to H.P. Lovecraft. I have not read H.P. Lovecraft, but I did pick up a Lovecraft book that was, all short stories. So once I read the two, I might do like a little comparison video or something like that if you're interested. But yeah, I'm going to definitely read a couple of shorter stories in this book this weekend. The second book I'm reading is Rebecca by Daphne This Lady. I'm not even going to attempt it. And I have been wanting to read this. I got it for Christmas. I've been wanting to read it for a long time. I really like gothic romance. Not really romance. I don't like the squishy, mushy, lovey stuff. But that's what this is. It's kind of like a gothic tale. It reminds me of Jane Eyre and Lady Chatterley's Lover, but not because of the lover part, but because of the setting. And Jane Eyre, did I say that? That's kind of what it reminds me of. I get a little bit of The Great Gatsby in there. It just reminds me of all those classic books that we love. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I just have a little bit to go. Let me show you just that much left. So about 100 pages or so. The font was tiny in this, and there's like 410 pages. So it is also in my big book challenge. It counts for one of those books. But the reading has gone pretty fast, actually. If I had been able to like cozy up and read, I would have easily been able to sit down and read 50, 100 pages of this book without ever, getting tired of it. It's just a really, really well-written book if you're into classics. I definitely suggest this one. So yeah, I'm going to finish this up this weekend, and I'm really sad because I love it. I wish it was an 800-page book. So, and I'm actually going to do a review how many times do I say actually? We should make it a drinking game. Every time I say actually, take a shot. But I'm going to do a review on this because it warrants a review. It's just such a good book, and I'm so impressed with it. So yeah, I'm going to be finishing this up. And then last, but definitely not least, maybe least, I don't know, is The Witch's Daughter by Paula Braxton. And this is not, oh, you're not going to be able to see it. Sorry. That's what the ebook cover looks like. It's just plain. I will put the real cover over here or over here somewhere. But so far, I'm on page like 133, I think. Something like that. I'm not really sure. And this book just isn't doing it for me. But I want to finish it up. I want to just move on. So hopefully if I can get into it, I will finish that book up. But it's not exactly what I thought so far. I would probably only give it 2.5 stars. So that's like a C- or a D+, however you want to look at it. But yeah, I don't know. We're going to finish that up and then move on. So that's what I'm going to be reading this Friday, guys. I'm sorry this is an incredibly long hashtag Friday Reads, but I'm reading a lot. So, my book challenge for this year was 75 books so on GoodReads. So I need to get on it. And yeah, so I will see you all later. I hope you have a glorious and wonderful weekend. Bye.